Have you ever noticed that sometimes you pick up a pencil and it seems like your drawing just happens all on its own? You don't even have to put any effort in. And then other times it's like you're just banging your head against the table, trying to get everything to flow correctly and for your hand to work. Well, the difference is often in your warm-up. Just like an Olympic athlete who, in order to be at their peak, they still need to perform a certain amount of warm-up before they are ready to compete. Same is true for drawing. The muscles are a lot smaller, but we still need to kind of connect our head with our hand again, get back into our flow state, if you will, in order to make the work that we do come more naturally and easily. So in today's video, we are in real time together going to warm up for my day of drawing. It won't take too much time, but I think that you'll find that your work is significantly better after taking a little bit of time to prepare yourself. Now, if you're just the type of person who wants to be able to print something off, get it done, kind of like a checklist, and move on, I do have a printable worksheet that I'll have linked down below. I tend to get really hunched when I'm drawing and be very close. I can imagine that it's like not super cute. So one thing that I do like to do kind of in anticipation for it is just kind of roll my shoulders back a little bit. So I'm like starting forward and rolling and then pushing down, kind of to get into a slightly better posture or just to like loosen up a little bit so I don't get too tight too fast. And then a little twist kind of at the waist. And then even I do sometimes like at the elbows where I'm just twisting and then pushing out. So not super fancy or anything like that, but I thought I'd mention it, especially if you're like me and you tend to get kind of tight. And if you do not already have a trash sketchbook, as I like to call it, where you can just kind of explore different ideas, some of them great, some of them less than great, I highly recommend it. Go ahead and grab a scrap piece of paper and a pencil. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw just some dots of different lengths across my page. And I'm going to connect the dots with a single stroke. You will probably find that one side is weaker. For me, going left to right is not usually a problem. However, right to left is uncomfortable, especially if I'm arcing it like that. And if any of that was uncomfortable for you, feel free to continue connecting dots. They don't have to be super tidy or pretty. We're just doing large strokes. Again, if it is very uncomfortable, feel free to go all the way down and try and do some smooth movements. I'm moving my whole arm. So we've worked larger. Now I'm going to work a little bit smaller, but I'm focusing more on pressure. So I'm going to start thick and get thin with my flicks, kind of like a check mark. This is especially helpful if you're using a pencil lead type that you haven't used in a while. And then some that are soft. Still trying to keep the weight at the bottom. And then I just take each one and direct it in the other direction. Again, I tend to be stronger in one direction than the other. And so this just gives me an opportunity to strengthen that a little bit. If I'm planning to do shading, then I'm going to kind of do this with the side of my pencil, almost more to prep the pencil than myself, and just kind of try and get a nice smooth box. And if I'm having trouble making it smooth and continuous, then I'll make a couple of them. All right, from here, we're gonna differ a little bit depending on what kind of artwork you do. If you like to do a lot of caricatures, I recommend following creations within your style. But as somebody who works with realism and is usually working from life, I want to do that for my warm-ups as well. So I have my watch ready. We're setting a timer for literally 30 seconds, and we're going to draw the image that I have on the screen together. Ready, set, go. Oh, well, I hope you were able to get a little bit more done than I was. It's okay if you weren't. We're just getting loose. We're making sure that our hand is moving. Now we're gonna get a new reference image and set the timer for 3 minutes. Pencils ready, and go. About 1 minute left. All right, and there is our 3 minute. This time I finished really with a couple seconds to spare, and I feel pretty good about the drawing overall. If that's where you're at right now, go ahead and stop, but I like to do one more just to make sure that I'm ready to go, because I'd rather make a mistake here than make a mistake on my final piece. So we have set the timer for 5 minutes. We have a new reference image up, and we're ready to begin. Pencils at the ready, and go. 1 minute. All right, and there is mine complete. We are done with our warm-ups. If you found this whole process helpful, I hope that you will save this video and use it anytime that you need to warm up. Either way, I do hope that our paths cross again and that you will subscribe to this channel for more drawing videos. And until then, happy drawing!